Bitcoin is making huge steps, but please be prepared for the next step. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video, welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, a short video as it has a very busy day, 2 powerful news items, 4 powerful charts and an inspirational quote. Let's quickly jump into the news first now guys. The first news item guys, the mayor of Panama's capital just came out and said that Panama is all into Bitcoin. They are forming a strategic reserve very soon. So yes, Panama is following the steps from the United States and Donald Trump. They are gonna adopt Bitcoin to the fullest and yes, also make it a strategic reserve capital for Panama. So also Panama now, so we have El Salvador, Panama, United States, Switzerland, many other countries start to adopt the Bitcoin standard. This is exactly what we intended Bitcoin to do, to become the new world reserve currency. The more countries will add Bitcoin to their strategic reserve, the more countries apparently understand the power of Bitcoin, and the more countries in the end will also understand the power of Bitcoin as a form of money, not only as a store of value, not only as a digital gold of the 21st century, but also as a form of money. Bitcoin is making huge steps. Panama, next country to start a strategic Bitcoin reserve capital. And there's a shitload of money in Panama. Don't forget that. And especially in all those Panama foundations over there. So yes, big step, big capital, possibility flowing into Bitcoin. The second news item for the day is that another big step is being taken because the spot ETFs are now also coming to the giants of Wall Street, to Merrill Lynch, to Morgan Stanley, to Wells Fargo and UBS. All of these will now get access to the spot ETFs, guys. This is $10 trillion in total capital that those companies are managing. $10 trillion extra will now get access to spot ETFs. Do you know how much it is? The market cap of Bitcoin at the moment is $2 trillion. Another $10 million in funds will now get access to the spot ETFs, which could push the Bitcoin market cap way higher than the 2 trillion. Like I said in a couple of videos ago, just understand, in the far future, the market cap can even be 200 trillion US dollar. When all those institutional investors understand that power of Bitcoin, the gold of the 21st century, they will all start to buy into Bitcoin and use that as their strategic reserve capital or as their store of value, the gold of the 21st century. So if these huge Wall Street giants now also get access to the spot ETF of Bitcoin, that means a shitload of extra inflow of dollars into Bitcoin. I hope you understand that the amount of Bitcoin available is not changing. It will only be 21 million Bitcoin in the year 2140. The last couple of million of Bitcoins will be mined in the next 120 years. The rest needs to be bought off the market. The markets are drying up. I showed you yesterday that there is a shitload of outflows of the exchanges. The exchanges don't hodl any Bitcoins anymore. People are withdrawing because they understand that the supply shock is going to be insane. And the supply shock means the demand is massive. All big tech giants, all countries will want to own Bitcoin, but the supply is just not there. Nobody is willing to sell Bitcoin. And when that happens, when the supply is not there, but the demand keeps growing, you get a supply shock, which means the price needs to go sky high for people to sell their Bitcoins to those people that have the demand. That is what I expect to happen very soon, but let's jump now into the charts to show you exactly what is happening today and what I expect for the rest of this beautiful month of May. How did we close April? Beautiful close. How did we open May? And how will May continue? Will we still reach 120k May? Let's dive into the charts. Bam. The Didi Bam Bam update for today, guys. In Didi Bam Bam, at the moment, behind the scenes, we are working on a really cool thing. It will be a complete customized trading experience for you guys, for your portfolio, I must say. So which means you can upload your portfolio to the Didi Bam Bam algorithm and that will give you all the trading advice customized to your portfolio that you need. When to buy, when to sell, if you should hodl, all of the entry and exit levels, everything automated. So you will be able to say, hey, I hodl Chainlink, and our AI algorithm will tell you what to do with Chainlink at the moment. If you should buy more, if you should sell a little bit, all based on your portfolio and the amount of capital that you have. This is part of the whole Didi Bam Bam new Telegram bot setup that will give you everything, guys. You need to hodl 10,000 Didi Bam Bam tokens to get access to that group, but also to all those products. And this customized trading portfolio AI is going to be the first time I've ever seen this, guys. This is going to be the first time in this market I have seen this, and it's going to be part of Didi Bam Bam. So make sure you become a gold, silver, or bronze VIP, or that you at least own 10,000 Didi Bam Bam tokens so you get access to all of those products. That was the Didi Bam Bam update, creating beautiful trading algorithms for you guys. The first chart for today, guys, the first chart for today is the 4-hour chart. We can see on this 4-hour chart, guys, that Bitcoin is finding support on that green line, that 94K. That's a support line we need to keep. Yeah, it can maybe be a little bit lower like this line, like over there. It doesn't really matter. Around this line, we need to find support to build back, to build this new support area from which we can explode again to the next level. The next level, like I told you many times, I believe is 120K in May. Of course, we still have like now 31 days in total to do that. So let's see if we can build a beautiful area of support of which we can go up 30K in May. That would be amazing, of course. May would be a positive month. Now, if we look at the monthly chart, guys, the indicator just doing its job. If you want to have these indicators, by the way, you need to become a Didi Bam Bam VIP member, gold, silver, or bronze. You get access to the charts, to the indicators, to algorithms, to AI trading, everything, to the bots. Just check it, didibambam.me. Now, the monthly chart, there's a lot of lines because I told you, yeah, we will go here, we will go up. You see, it started over here. Here, this is September when I drew these lines. I said we will go up, and then we will come down and retest that line, and then we will go up again till the bull market top somewhere in the end of this year, Q4, and from there we fall down again in the bear market. That is the line I drew. Now, at the moment, those lines are in the way of the candle, so I'm going to close them over here just to show you. This is gone, and this area of support, I'm going to make it a little bit cleaner, but you can see this candle was the previous month. We opened at 82,537. The low was 74,434. We closed at 94K. So the low was 74K, the closing was 94K. This is a 20K candle, okay? For all those people that don't believe that May can be a 30K candle. This green candle over there, this candle, this opened at 70K, it closed at 96K, and the high was 99K. This is a 30K candle. So what I believe that's happening now is this setup that we can see over there. It's like the reversal candle, a bigger candle, and then that huge candle. Reversal candle, a bigger candle, and now we will get that huge candle. That is what I expect, guys. And that would be amazing, of course, also in line with the RSI. We still have some upward potential. MACD doing okay. So yes, a 30K candle in May is definitely possible. Other countries don't even need to wait anymore for their all-time high, because in Argentina, for example, we just saw a new all-time high. This is the Argentina Peso compared to Bitcoin, guys. And if you do that, then we have already an all-time high again there, a new one. That's of course not only because of the power of Bitcoin, but also because of the inflation in Argentina of their currency. Same that could happen to the dollar and the euro. The previous all-time high was over there, 111,000, and at the moment we are at almost 112 million, sorry. So there was 111 million pesos for one Bitcoin, and now it's 112 pesos for one Bitcoin. So we have a new all-time high in Argentina. Maybe if we do 2 years, there we can see it a little bit better. There was the top, we're now again higher than the top. And if you turn around this chart, then you understand what I mean with inflation. Look, 5 years. This is exactly what Bitcoin does to your local currency, to your fiat shitcoins. That is what Bitcoin does to it. Just understand this chart. If you look in the last 10 years, in the beginning, guys, 1 peso over there bought you around 0.004 BTC. And now at the moment we are there, guys, 0.0008111. Like, Bitcoin destroys your fiat currency. If you would have stayed in Argentinian pesos, this would happen to your money. You could buy a shitload over there, you don't buy anything anymore over there. The other way around in Bitcoin. If you would have bought Bitcoins with your Argentina pesos over there, they would now be this over there. That is the difference of hodling your capital in Bitcoin, guys. That is why we as a family are still all in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is our standard capital. Everything is in Bitcoin. We take a little bit out sometimes to live in Thailand or to live in Europe, but as long as we keep our core capital in Bitcoin, our capital keeps growing. Simple as that. Now, let's jump into some other crazy cool charts, guys. Here, this one first. This one is how much electricity is needed to mine 1 Bitcoin. I will put my face somewhere here, a little bit smaller there. That not too important now. As you can see, in Russia at the moment, it will cost you $39,000 to mine a Bitcoin. They mine it for $39, they sell it at the moment for $94,000. That's 50K, like 55K profits. In Syria, mining 1 Bitcoin is only $3,900. A shit of the profit if you mine Bitcoins over there. Here, Kyrgyzstan, it will cost you $8,000. A shit of the profit if you start mining over there. So please understand that all these countries that can mine Bitcoin cheap, Ethiopia, not even $2,000 to mine 1 Bitcoin, there you can make a shitload of profits. Australia, mining 1 Bitcoin, that's going to be difficult. It will cost you 180K. That's like the double price of Bitcoin. You don't mine there. So you need to focus on these green areas. Those are the green areas, or the cheap areas to mine Bitcoins. Argentina, 12K. Still shitload of profit. Brazil, way too expensive. Canada, too expensive. USA, too expensive. Portugal, Spain, over there, too expensive, and they don't always have electricity, as we know. So I wouldn't mine Bitcoins over there, because before you know it, you don't have electricity anymore. Switzerland, definitely not a place to start mining Bitcoins. Belgium, one of the most expensive places to buy Bitcoins, 280K. Hey, 280K, that's like Netherlands as well, 212K. That's how expensive your electricity is in your country. Now let's see if you go to Thailand, 80K. You can make profit, but it's not the cheapest. You should focus on the these color areas over there. These Africa colors, Saudi Arabia, these are the cheap countries to mine Bitcoins and make profit. Now, cool chart, pause it if you want to analyze it a little bit more. Then we have this chart. This chart is a very simplified version of the stock to flow model and many other models, I think, because this chart is telling us that Bitcoin has historically grown 6x with every 40% increase in its age. So whenever Bitcoin is 40% older, increase in age, Bitcoin goes times 6. $1 became $7. $7 became $50. $50 became $300. $300 became $1,700. $1,700 became almost 11K. Let's say 10K. 10K, 40% older, 60K. So on average, each moment that Bitcoin goes 40% in age, we see a 6x return of investment. Please understand it. If you would make this chart a little bit longer and again add up 40% in age, you get 60 times 6 is 360K. So the target would be 360K if we calculate 40% longer in time. Let me know down below in the comments. It's a long time ago I did this. when would that target 260K be? If you need to calculate 40% extra in time from today. Among the correct answers, I'm going to give away a few Bitcoin t-shirts. In total, I will give away five really cool Bitcoin t-shirts completely for free. If you give the correct answer, when should the target be 6 times 60? What is the date that we should see 260K? Let me know down below. This chart, I already explained many times. I'm going to explain it again. This is one of the simplest strategies, not the most profitable. The most profitable I have on my own charts, but this is also a very profitable chart. And this profitable strategy is you buy Bitcoin 500 days before the halving, and you sell Bitcoin 500 days after the halving. And again, you buy 500 days before the halving, and again, you sell 500 days after the halving. And again, of course, my community bought 500 days before the halving, and 500 days after the halving is going to be, yeah, who knows? Please understand, the halving was on 19th of April 2024. 500 days after the halving, you should be selling. 500 days after the 19th of April 2024 is the 1st of September 2025. 1st of September. Whenever you would have used this strategy, you would have bought over there, you would have sold over there. You would have bought over there, you would have sold over there. You would have bought over there, you will sell over there. You are multiplying your Bitcoins in the most simple way without the need of stressing about when to buy, when to sell. This is a proven strategy. Plan B already communicated this strategy like 3 years ago. This is a strategy that you should be following for a peace of mind. There is another one that is way more profitable, but I already talked about that in other videos, and I shared it also with the VIPs. That is the most profitable strategy. You will even get 3 times more Bitcoins than using this strategy. But if you want to know that one, you need to follow the channel, guys, and you want to become a VIP. That were the charts for today. Let's jump. I hope you really enjoyed all of the charts, guys. Yes, short-term volatility, which is good for the traders. Long-term, nothing has changed. The demand is growing, the supply is staying the same. Long-term prediction is 160K in the bull market top in the end of this year. Do I still believe in 120K in May? Yes. I believe in the next 30 days we can get a 30K push all the way to 120K in May. Then I predict that we will fall back to around 100K. And from that new 100K level, that will become the new support level, can also be 98K, whatever it is, in that area, we will find support and then pump up to 160K somewhere in September. June, July, August mostly are very boring months. So this time again, I expect very boring months in June, July, August, because it's the summer. People take out their profits, they need some profits to go on their holidays, whatever they are going to do, and then they will do like their chill time, holiday, not too much work, not too much training, the markets cool off, and then at the end of the summer, when the days get darker again, that is when the more people start to trade again, and that's September, October, November, December is mostly, Q4 is mostly the strongest quarter for Bitcoin. So I believe if we take 17 months after the halving, we end up in September, October 2025, where we should see a bull market top, but it can also be a little bit longer. Just like this mid area was also a little bit longer, so it could also be November, December, but Q4, definitely the top for Bitcoin, around 160K. Bam. The inspirational quote for the day, guys. Now, life is kind of the same like a Bitcoin. You can spend it in any way you want, but you can only spend it once. So please understand the importance of your life. Life equals time. You can only spend your time once. Just like Bitcoin. You can own one Bitcoin, but when you spend one Bitcoin, it's spent, it's gone. You spend it once. Same with your life. When you lived through your life, you can't spend it again. You can't live it again. It's done. So it's very important that every day when you wake up, you're very grateful for that life that is given to you because you woke up. Maybe you even woke up healthy. That is life. You should be grateful for having that life. And you should spend that life in a way that it makes you really, really happy. It needs to satisfy you. Because if life is not a happy thing for you, you're spending your life in the wrong way. You're spending every single second, minute, hour, each day in the wrong way. Because life is about happiness. Life is not about running the hamster wheel. Life is not about stressing every day. Life is not about being too hungry. You can't afford food. You can't afford the bills. That is not what life is about. That is what the governments, the central banks, and you know that huge cloud above us, that is what they want life to be. But that is not what life is supposed to be. You should be spending your life in the way that you want to spend your time, guys. You should be happy with it. Not all those 1,000 people around you, not the president of your country, not the prime minister of your country. They should be taking care of their own happiness. You should not be living the life in a way that they are happy and you are sad. Then you're spending your time every second wrong. And you can only spend every second once. That is the inspirational quote for today. Bitcoin is the same as life. You can only spend it once and then it's gone. Now start to focus on spending every second of your life in a way that it makes you happy. That is when change will come. If you don't do that, and if you keep spending each and every second thinking about the past, every second that you think about the past is thrown away. And if you start to spend every second or every minute every day to think about the future, also thrown away, because you can't change that future. You can only change everything that you're doing right now, and that is what you should pay attention to. And that is why it's very important to understand you can spend every second only once. Start to spend those seconds on the things that you love, that make you happy. That will be the biggest change ever in your life, guys. That was everything for today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news? What do you think about the charts? And what do you think about this inspirational quote? Do you think Bitcoin is the same as life? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. I wish you an amazing day and see you tomorrow again. Bam.